right, guys, I have a Hump Day editorial for you here on Hump Day Wednesday. It's coming out of Texas. And, before I even get to this one, I do want to say real quick that for anybody, law enforcement or any pro-law enforcement people that are watching my video that think I'm anti-cop and I hate cops, and that's not true. Couldn't be farther from the truth. What I don't like are officers that try to overstep their bounds or try to get away with saying and doing stuff that they know they don't have a right to do or say. Give you an example. You're filming the police on a traffic stop. They're searching the car. You're 35, 50 feet away. And they say, you got to go back on, you got to stand on the sidewalk back there. But you're in a public area of the city, even if you're in the dirt. And you start going off on them and say, get your ass back to work. Get over. You had no right to talk to me. Get your ass over there to work. They're trying to bully. They're trying to intimidate. Now they say, well, I'm going to arrest you for this. Now they start making stuff up to arrest you for or to cite you for because you're filming them. That's called contempt of cop. And those police officers need to be removed from the department because those are the type of cops that are out there violating people's rights, falsifying police reports, making stuff. I'm a cop. I got a badge. I'm telling everybody what to do. I'm a law enforcement officer. Instead of saying I'm a public servant. Oh, a guy's recording? Oh, let him record. He's far away. He doesn't have death rays in his phone. Killed that cop. But cameras have been known to kill careers. So you got that. But they just think, I'm going to tell him what to do because he's recording me, son of a biscuit eater. I'm going to get your ass back there on the sidewalk. And then they say, well, no, you have the right to film. Then why are you over here putting flashlights in our face, in our camera, telling us we need to back up and we're 35 feet away? We're not going to, well, my arms aren't that long. I can't grab you from back here. I'm not going to throw rocks at you. I don't have any weapons, idiot. You're the one with the gun on your hip. These police officers think they can do whatever they want because they have a badge and they have authority. And instead of being public servants, they're being law enforcement officers. What law are you enforcing now? I'm just standing here on a public area. Okay, I'm in the dirt. I get it. I'm not on the sidewalk, but I'm in a public sector of the city. Now, why am I ranting right now? Because it's time we start policing the police. Get your cameras out, get your phones out, and start recording people. Know your rights. Cops just can't pull passengers out of a vehicle and Terry frisk you and then say, what's your name and date of birth? No, I need your ID. Simply because you were riding in the car with a guy with expired tags. Now, I'm not talking about the specific circumstance of, well, there's drugs found in the car, or there's a gun found in the car. No, I'm talking about a guy who just had expired registration tags on his license plate, gets pulled over, and now they're going to ID everybody in the car. And you hear people, I hear them giving their date of birth and their name and their address. All the passengers, not all of them can be on probation and parole. I mean, do we have that many friggin' people on probation and parole in California? But they don't know their rights. They think, oh, the police officer's got me. I better answer him. Learn your rights, people. Tell the officer, I'm not IDing. This isn't a stop and ID state. ID the driver. He's the one with expired tags. I was just riding in the car. But the police think they can do anything they want. Now we're going to Fort Worth, Texas, where we found out these cops learned real quick you can't do just anything you want. Or act in a manner that's not conducive to good public service. Did I say that right? Fort Worth, Texas. 5 Fort Worth police officers were fired Tuesday for their roles in the death of a man who died in custody. In a statement, police identified the terminated officers as T. Stevens, D. Pritzker, C. Golden, H. Fellhauer, and M. Miller. A 6th officer, S. Smith was suspended without pay for 90 days. And a 7th, A. Scharf, was suspended for 5 days. According to police, all were patrol officers. And I'm going to dub these the Fort Worth 7. These are the Fort Worth 7. That's what we're going to call them now, the Fort Worth 7. And I expect some of you cop watchers in Texas, some of you auditors in Texas, to talk about these guys, the Fort Worth 7. Let us know what's going on here in California and across the nation. SAXT Perez, News Now Houston, Mexican Padilla, James Freeman. All of you guys in Texas, tell us what's going on with the Fort Worth 7. That's our new logo for these guys, the Fort Worth 7. Maybe they'll make a documentary called the Fort Worth 7. Moving on. So, they're all patrol officers. On July 26th, the officers responded to a report of a prowler in the 3300 block of Griggs Avenue and took an armed man who they said was attempting to break into a house into custody. The man was later identified as 55-year-old Christopher Lowe, although police did not identify Lowe in their statement. The police said the arrested man began to complain about medical issues on the way to the station, but officers did not call for medical aid. The officers left him handcuffed in the back of the patrol car as they interviewed witnesses. They returned to find him unresponsive, they said. Police called an ambulance, and the man was taken to John Peter Smith Hospital, where he was pronounced dead, police said. The Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office listed his time of death at 10:47 p.m., July 26, 2018. It said he died from cocaine intoxication, and his death was ruled an accident. Yeah, he was accidentally left in the car saying he had medical issues and needed help. The Fort Worth Police Department Major Case Unit and Internal Affairs Unit began investigating the man's death, according to police. The investigation determined this. The officers committed multiple violations of departmental policy, including failure to protect the rights of persons in police custody, according to police. Police said in a statement, the actions taken by the officers involved in this incident discovered during our investigation are not in accordance with the values of the Fort Worth Police Department or the standards that the citizens of Fort Worth have for their police department. We hope that the administrative conclusion of this case is an assurance to the residents of Fort Worth that we are able to identify and properly address any issues that may arise during police incidents. Police said Joel Fitzgerald, the police chief, and other supervisors have been in regular contact with the man's family who requested privacy. Manny Ramirez, president of the Fort Worth Police Officers Association, said his organization is still trying to gather facts surrounding the dismissals. Ramirez said he cannot remember a time when 5 officers have been fired in connection with the same incident. This is unprecedented, he said. Ramirez said, quote, we were surprised by the chain of command decision handed down today. This was unexpected, unquote. Or end quote. So this Manny Ramirez says, man, the chain of command surprised us today. Yeah, the Blue Gang kind of turned on themselves, didn't they? And I'm not being serious. I'm just saying, though, that anytime I mean, how is he surprised by that? Looking at the whole story, looking at the investigation, a man in their custody said, I need medical help. I have issues. They said, shut up. We're interviewing witnesses. And he died. And this Manny Ramirez is like, I'm surprised they got fired. Really? You should be like, them sons of bitches are gone. Because they didn't do very well for someone in custody. How many other people have had their rights violated by the Fort Worth 7? How many other people have been falsely bullied? Or not falsely bullied, that was a bad term. How many other people have been bullied by the Fort Worth 7? How many people have been ID'd and or arrested when they weren't committing a true crime by the Fort Worth 7? Come on, Manny, get it together. Oh, I'm sorry. He's the president of the Police Officers Association. He's there to make sure all cops stand true blue, shoulder to shoulder. F the rest. News Now Yucaipa. The link to the whole story, there's more to it, will be in the description box below. And I want to hear you guys' comments about this. In the comments section, let me know what's going on. I'm letting you know what's going on across your nation with law enforcement and everybody else, including drunk driving mothers. Stay tuned, and there's more editorials to come this week. Love you guys.